Hey, what's up everybody? This is your boy Corey. Some of y'all call me Dr. Guyton. It don't matter what you call me, but I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of Conscious Crossroads, which is the roller coaster between love, life, and everything that falls in between. I hope y'all been enjoying the series. I know last week we had a good discussion around some mistakes that women make when they're dating, working towards being in a relationship. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And I just want to say thank y'all. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be on here doing these things. And I want to give a shout out to Urban Connect, who I'm working with in these videos. I want to give a shout out to you. So y'all go check out Urban Connect, sign up for the newsletter. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife because I just wanted to shout her out because I love my wife. And anyway, I just want to say, check us out. We at ybelove.com. Go check us out. We appreciate all the love and the support. Subscribe to the YouTube channel again. Subscribe to the newsletter. And so let's get into today's topic. I told y'all this week what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about some mistakes that men make when they're dating. And actually, some of these apply when you're actually in a relationship too. But when you're dating, trying to get that young lady, some mistakes that we make, men. And I had to go back and channel my old spirit to see some mistakes that I really did make when I was on the dating scene. And so let's jump into these things, man. I hope y'all take some of this to heart, and let's see if we can get some positive, healthy relationships out there. Just relationships in general for everybody, and some positive black relationships for all my black people out there. I'm a black man, so I gotta speak on black relationships. We need to do better out in our urban communities. So let's see if we can make this work. Let's see if we can show some examples to the kids. And so the first thing is, men, sometimes we focus on the physical. And I say that because at one point in life, I was this dude that said, I wanted this red bone that had long, straight, pretty hair that, that's just fine, and Halle Berry didn't have long hair, but she was bad, light skin. And then back in the day, I know some of y'all in the 80s, you're looking at a different world, and you saw Jasmine Guyton there. I thought she was bad, you know what I'm saying? But that was, when you're younger, that's what you see, and that's what they say beauty is. But then as I grew up, and I still had that mindset, but then I came into a certain level of maturity where I did not, I'm not going to tell you not to worry about the physical. I think you should be attracted to a person. But then my focus moved away from the physical specimen, and I started focusing on the internal. And I always, when I go and speak around the country, I always tell people, the physical, that's what attracts people to one another. But the internal is what keeps a person around. And so I stopped focusing on the physical, because if I said I wanted a light skin, long, straight hair woman back in the day, have y'all seen my wife? She's not light skinned. She doesn't have long, straight hair. My wife is natural. And so sometimes we focus on the physical, but the truth is, what keeps my wife around me, I think she's a beautiful woman, but what keeps me just wanting her and desiring her is more about what she has internally. And so what I'm saying is, when you're dating a young lady, yes, you want somebody who's physically attractive, but focus on the internal a little more than you focus on the exterior, because those are going to be the ladies that, have going to be good mothers, ladies that's going to have a good career, ladies that's, that's going to support you, all those things. I'm not saying that a good-looking woman can't be a woman that has something on the inside. So ladies, if you feel you're good-looking, please don't be offended by that. But what I'm saying is that women should be judged by what's on the internal or the interior. And so, fellas, let's try to well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but in my opinion, we should begin to try to start focusing on the interior, because there's some good women out there, and by some people's standards, they may say, oh, they don't look that good, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? These would make the best wives. They will be for you. They'll make the best mothers, and they are going to be successful, and they get overlooked. And so, again, I do think physical attraction is important. But then the question I always ask you, if the beautiful woman that you have, who has no major substance to keep you around, she was to get into an accident or something happened where her look altered, would you keep her? And the only way I say I would keep my wife, because I fell in love with who she is internally. And so sometimes I'm just saying, let's not focus on physical so much. Number two is, men, sometimes we don't reveal our true feelings. And I know back in the day when I played the game, I'm just going to keep it real. I didn't reveal my true feelings for two reasons. One is because I didn't want to get hurt. We feel like guys, we got to keep this hard guard because we don't want to be hurt. We don't supposed to show our emotions. They call that the cool pose. It's a book called The Cool Pose, where we try to put on this cool pose or whatever. And then two, is because I always wanted to keep the woman thinking, and so I always had the power in my hand. And a relationship is not supposed to be about a power struggle, who can control who. The truth is, both people need to express what they're feeling together. And I spoke about last video where the woman, she tells too much too soon, and she reveals too much, and she expressed too many feelings, and it comes back to bite them because the guy never expressed those feelings, and so she left wondering what he's thinking. And so guys, we have to do a better job. And honestly, I struggled with that for a long time. And with my wife, I was completely honest with her up front. I expressed myself, and it grew and blossomed into a beautiful thing. And so guys, let women know how you really feel about them, because they want that security. And that's what women seek sometimes. They want security from you, and they get that security when you express how you feeling. And that's just a basic rule in a relationship for anybody. And the third thing is, we miss the little things that count sometimes. And honestly, think about everything you did when you first met that individual. Those are things that fade away over time. And those are little things that count. Or if you've just met a young lady, sometimes they're watching us to see how we respond to them. And so, do you open the door for them? Or here's one form of chivalry that I don't think a lot of men do, but I do, and I know some other guys who do it. I walk on the outside of the sidewalk. Just in case something happened, I want to be the first one to get the impact. And that's just a protection thing. Also, it's just looking at those little things. She changed her hair. Do you acknowledge that she changed her hair? Or do you acknowledge, because sometimes they do those things for us, but we overlook it, but then everybody else will walk up and be like, man, your hair looks good. And so then it's like the guy that I'm trying to be with, he doesn't even acknowledge that. So guys, we gotta look at the little things. Start looking at the little things that the lady that you're interested in, because I promise you that's one way to her heart, because it shows that you are attentive and you're showing attention to her. And that's what every woman wants, just they want a man who is about them, who's like this, looking at them, and not these other women. And so guys, we can't miss the little things. So I'm gonna just run quickly back through those three things. I told you I keep these videos kind of short. So the first thing is, we can't be focusing on the physical too much. We can focus on physical, but it should not be like the bulk of what you focus on. I think physical should be like 30% and everything else should be 70%, because you got to look at that internal. That internal is so much more important than the external. The second thing is, guys, we got to start revealing our true feelings, because we don't. In many instances, I know some of you think I'd be soft if I show my emotions, but the truth is, that's what society told us. And so we have to begin to express ourselves so that it's a good line of communication. You have to be able to effectively communicate within a relationship. That's just a basic need. And the third thing is, we can't miss the little things that count. So be attentive to your beautiful queen. Treat her like a queen. I promise it's gonna work out. You're gonna have a great woman. You're gonna have a great relationship, and it's just gonna blossom and be a great representation. For black people, it'll be a great representation for us. And for everybody else, it'll just be a great representation of a positive relationship. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. These were topics that I really wanted to do, hopefully to give some advice. And so I hope y'all go check out urbanconnect.com. I need y'all to go check it out. Sign up for the newsletter. Go ahead and sign up for my YouTube channel. I need y'all to go ahead and check out my website, ybelove.com. All that information is either at the end of this video or it's posted at the bottom of the screen. I appreciate your love, your support, and I'll be back the same time, in the same place, in the same manner. I appreciate your love, your support, and I need y'all to go out there and progress in life. Have a good one.